Welcome everybody to episode 3. We will be talking about The Devil's Rejects, which is the second movie from the Firefly trilogy, Death by Horror, joining by my good friend, Good Guy Prime.
Alright.
Alright, so just like last time, we're going to ask questions, what we liked, what we disliked about the movie. Excuse me for the outside interruptions. Dogs, I'm doing this out of my house, so there could be some noises. Again, sorry about the lightning, gloomy weather, and there's no light in this house. Just the way I like it though. So,
Alright.
So tell me about your favorite scenes from the movie.
Alright, so this is my favorite movie. So I'm pretty sure this is everyone's favorite scene, but I feel like this movie's more, they show more of Spalding, which I like. You know, I love when he's thinking he's fucking this hot chick or whatever, and it turns out to be his. Anyway, so no, my favorite scene will be when his car breaks down and he has to steal the lady's car.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie to me feels more real. So if I was in his shoes, I just fucking did some crazy shit.
Right.
I'm not gonna be taking the time to fuck with a little kid, and torment his fucking life and ruin his life forever. He took about like a minute talking to him,
right.
And making him like cry and shit. That just shows you how much he just doesn't give a fuck, bro. And to me, that's like one of the best scenes, I guess, in the movie. But it's hard too, because the other scene I like that kind of always fights with it is when Otis is like, oh, hit me with with thunder, you're God, smite me.
That was good. That was a good scene.
No, that whole scene, it doesn't give you goosebumps, bro. I don't know. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
And he goes, what did he say? I'm the devil, bitch, or something. I forgot.
He says, "I am the devil, and I'm here to do the."
There you
devil's
go.
work."
Yeah, dude. That's just like it was. That's my favorite. Those two are my favorite. I can't really pick which one, but those are my.
Personally, that's my favorite scene when Otis is saying, "I am the devil. I'm here to do the devil's work," because that just shows that his mission in life is just to torture people. That's what he just wants to do. He doesn't care. To him, it's normal, but in reality, it's pretty sadistic. And I like the humor in it. When Spalding, Baby, and Otis are together, they're driving the truck, and they're like, "I want some ice cream."
Oh, the titties.
And then Otis, this is the funny part. Otis is like, "There's no ice cream in your future." And then second later, they're eating ice cream, and Baby's all like, "Lighten up," and then Tutti fucking fruity, right?
Yeah.
And then that was one of my favorite parts of that movie. But
there's a lot of great scenes, man. It's hard to pick.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's my favorite out of all three, and it's just because it just feels more real than I feel like the first one is kind of like it feels like it could be real, but then the whole zombie aspect was in it, and then the new one, it just didn't feel as real to me.
Well, we're not talking about that.
I know, but as the middle one,
right?
Which it's weird that the sequel is better, right? For a lot of horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't know if that's on. Do you think that this one's the best one?
For me personally, out of the trilogy, it goes in order for me. Thousand Corpses, which is the first movie, which is my favorite. Devil's Rejects came out second, which is my second favorite. Then Three from Hell.
Okay, so you think the original is the best one?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. It's probably because because I'm more into the horror cult, where to me this is a horror movie, no doubt, but it was more of a thriller as well, because in the first one they're torturing everybody, they're getting away with everything. Now in the second one they're running from the law, right? So, but what's crazy is that they're not just running away from the law. They said, hey, we can still cause havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kill somebody while we're still running. Like in the beginning, in the opening scene, when Otis and Baby, they got away through the tunnels, and they needed a car. So Baby pretended that she was injured. A nurse comes out and tries to help her, and then Otis just comes out of nowhere and stabs her in the back, and then they take the car and go on. So
I like their teamwork.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they don't gotta like talk about it. They just know what to do. Kind of like us.
Yeah.
We just know how to act on each thing. But yeah, to me it's the other way around, man. I think this one. I guess you like the cold stuff. To me, it's the more realistic because in reality, let's say there was these three, psychopaths out there, and they're about to get caught.
Right.
And they're running, like, you're seeing what they're doing, it just felt more real to me. the whole thing about killing the the nurse to get the car. That's some real shit to Capone.
Right.
You know, them I guess holding them hostage in that motel, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
That too, it could happen. And then to mean business, they killed someone. You know, to show them like we ain't fucking around.
Exactly.
You know.
And they killed like the nerdiest one out of all of them too. Yeah, the guy had no idea what was even going on.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like I did feel bad for all these people though. Like, you know, because usually you're rooting for the villain, right? I mean, I am. And I was like, damn, can at least somebody get away? Like,
I mean, yeah, you're right actually, because and that's probably what made the movie so great is that you feel for the victims.
mm-hmm.
It's not just like, oh, it's another horror movie.
It's not like kill him, alright,
Yeah.
next.
Exactly.
You're like, damn. And then not just that, bro. The way he like came in with the guy's face, I was just. You have to put yourself in their shoes, right?
Well, the victim's mask.
I'm sure you have it.
Yeah, I do.
That's fucking cool.
Right.
So you got to put yourself in their shoes and go. Can you just imagine? I don't know, someone walking in here with my fucking face. He'll probably be like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, if I was in that situation though, I probably would have taken the risk and just said, "Hell, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. But at least I'm gonna go down swinging."
Exactly, dude. That's another thing. You know, when you always ask me like, "What do you love and hate about these movies?" That's what I hate about these movies is that all these people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're just a bunch of bitches sometimes to me. Like I'm just like, you're gonna
well,
do anything?
in this movie though, the crowd was a little older.
Yeah.
You know, they probably didn't have it.
But there wasn't. At least they did try to fight though.
Towards the very end.
The end.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably another thing. Like when when the wife had the gun,
mm-hmm.
and baby got like a perfect fucking heart. You know,
right.
stab. I was like, eh. But I mean, fuck. I guess it was just her turn to die, right? I was like,
well, I mean, she did try to shoot too, but the gun was empty, and then that's when baby explained it's all about mind power.
yeah, I get it. It's like the chances. But then also, I mean, I guess she is. She's good at throwing shit, right?
Yeah. She's like an expert at knives and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But even that swing though, it was an under, not even an over. I was like, damn.
I want to talk about another scene which I thought was hilarious. This is probably the funniest scene. Not my favorite, but the funniest. When they went to go by, when they actually get to their friend's little town, where he's a pimp and he's kind of doing the whole prostitution.
Oh, Spalding's brother?
Yeah. But when they went to go get chickens.
Oh, the fuck scene or some shit?
Yeah,
that shit was weird, bro.
They're like, you want some... Do I look like I fuck chicken?
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy's all like, no, but your friend does. He's like, you cut off a chicken's head and go, papa.
Yeah.
I thought that was the most hilarious scene ever.
That shit was pretty funny.
I also like the opening scene as well, where they're getting shot up by a bunch of cops, and then they just said, screw it, let's go. My thing is, though, is that Rufus Jr., who was played by somebody else, not Robert Muse. Robert Muse was the first person to play Rufus Jr. And in this one, it was somebody else. I forgot the name. I apologize. But he was already in armor. And he was already holding the gun. And he was already shooting, you can tell, while everybody else was getting suited up. He didn't even alert them that there was cops around. He just said, you know what, there's no time. By the time the Firefly family found out that there was cops, he was already in gear and already battling. And I thought that was pretty badass, you know. Yeah. And then he's the one that died too.
But it was also more real too. Like that shit could happen, bro. Like in anyone's house. Like if let's say your neighbor was a fucking crazy motherfucker, you wake up hearing, gunshots. It's pretty realistic.
Also, I know Otis's look have changed. In the first one, he was kind of like that albino look.
Oh yeah.
And in this one, he seemed like he got some color on him. So I just want to point that out as well. That same actor.
It was 15 years later though, right?
Well, what do you mean?
The
making of the movie.
From when they filmed Corpses to Devil's Rejects.
They were only 2 years apart.
Oh really?
Yeah, 1,000 Corpses came out in 2003. Devil's Rejects came out in 2005.
Also, the new one's 15 years apart.
Yeah.
Well, either way, he aged pretty fast, because he does look younger in the first one.
Yeah, he did.
He does look very young. I mean, it could
He
be
also had more muscle too,
makeup.
I think. Yeah, it's all makeup, honestly, because the guy's
Fucking
awesome.
filters and everything.
Right, right. Um, so what didn't you like about the movie? If you had to nitpick. Ooh.
It's hard, you know.
Ooh. I think I pinched a nerve.
Yeah, yeah, because it is hard, but I mean, like I say in every fucking movie, I hate that they have so many chances to fight, you know, and then when they do try to fight, like dude, it's like you didn't try, like,
Right.
you know, and I get it, like maybe, you know, if we're in a situation, who knows, you know, you never know what could happen, right? Especially with a professional psychopath, you know, that's killed many people, and you never, you know, killed someone, so it's like, I just don't like that. But it is, you know, I'm pretty sure many people are like that.
Right,
They
right.
want to fight back, so they have to keep that, you know.
Well, I mean, a lot of things are going on at once. You know, it's like, you know, the guy was trying to protect his husband, protect his little band, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, am I gonna live? Am I gonna die? What do they want from us? If we cooperate, are we gonna live? Are they still gonna kill us in the end? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was Otis's mission anyway, regardless if they cooperated or not, because he took them out to the desert or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were walking to go dig up some guns, and then the guys all like, "Are you gonna kill us?" And then that's when Otis kind of flipped on them and said, "I'm asking the questions. You guys need to shut up."
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That too.
Cooperate.
It was pretty much like one person.
Right. It's 2-on-1, but
And it's
but
like,
they were scared though because one of them is a little older. The other one probably had no idea what the hell's going on. Otis is strapped. He has a gun on them already. So he also has a knife in his boot, I believe, or on the side of his waist.
no, yeah, he does. But I mean, to me, I guess I just, you know, think survival instinct. Like if I'm in that, you know,
Mhm.
if I'm there and I feel like I could die any second, like you said, you're gonna go down swinging, right?
Yeah,
You're not gonna
and
feel
they
like,
actually did. They did went down swinging, but a little too late in my opinion.
yeah.
And
I
that's
think
what
they had other chances to do it,
Mhm.
and they kind of chose the wrong time to do
Yeah,
it.
and even then, when Otis and the guy the victim mask guy, when they were getting into it, the gun was on the ground. When the old guy should have
Yeah.
went to go grab the gun and say, "Hey, you know what? Now we're in charge."
But the cringiest one, to be honest, is the wife. She had, if you look at the scene, she had the gun already, right?
Mhm.
You could count 1, 2.
Yeah.
Probably had 3 seconds to fucking shoot her.
Oh no, she had way more than that.
So it's like, are you gonna wait for her to turn around and fucking smile at you? Like, bro, like if I seen these fools kill someone in front of me, that's it, man. Like if I get the chance to hold the gun, and you know it's loaded, bam, bam, that's it. Like,
Yeah, the worst thing to do is to hesitate.
yep,
You
to
know,
wait.
you just do it. Just like what Baby said in the first one, right? In House 1000 Corpses, there is no wrong. If somebody needs to be killed, you kill them.
Hmm.
So,
Yep.
love that part. One of the things I hated though is that the betrayal from Spaulding's brother. At first,
You fell for it, or
I did.
Okay.
I fell for it at first. I knew there was a plan. You know?
that part was funny too, though.
I knew there was some kind of plan, but I didn't think it was gonna go. I don't think that he even thought it was gonna go down like that, because he even started killing his work. They even started killing the working girls,
Yeah.
and I think that's what kind of pissed him off, because now you're messing
Another
with his
another
money.
character that I love too is DDP, bro. I just thought about it,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, that was pretty.
yeah.
Cool.
Diamond Dallas Page was in it, as well as Danny Trejo. They were the bounty hunters hired by the sheriff, and the sheriff isn't even going by the law really. He's going by his own rules, because
he just wants to get rid of these fools. Yeah.
well, if you remember correctly, it was all revenge, because they killed his brother,
brother in the first
his baby brother in the first one.
Well, yeah, when he's showing pictures, right, to the
Right.
to the mom.
Who was also played by a different actor, by the way.
Oh,
The mom.
okay. Well, fuck, they picked someone good, bro. 'cause I don't remember.
Yeah.
And you probably did your research on all this shit, or?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I wouldn't have known that. Even when you said the other guys,
Rufus Jr.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
he was played by somebody else. I'm not really good with names. I apologize, but yeah, Robert Muse was the original for Rufus Jr. But yeah, I personally thought the mom in the second one though was a little better, because she had more lines and she was more psychotic, whereas the other one was just flirty.
Flirty, but also she was more like sentimental, right? Like
Yeah.
she didn't, I don't know, like she wasn't. Yeah, you're right. She was a way different person.
Yeah,
So.
but in this one though, it was psychotic. Like she already knows that she's chained up. They can't do much to her, and she was trying to play the mind games with the sheriff, but
With her tongue.
yeah, but as soon as he stabbed her, she was still playing that role,
Yeah.
which I loved. I thought that was pretty cool. And you just see all the blood, and at first, when he did stab her, I already knew. I already knew that he stabbed her. I didn't think it was gonna be that deep though.
Yeah.
Where he was already killing her because he was holding her hostage for answers.
Yeah.
But then I guess he realized I'm not gonna get any answers out of this woman. I'm just gonna kill her off, because just like how she did with my brother. So that's what happened. One of the other scenes too is when the sheriff caught all three,
Mm-hmm.
and he played with them a little too much because he put them in the house. The house was
Oh yeah, when he's
on fire.
he's over here drinking and being an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just torturing them
Yeah.
at first, and he would have gotten away with it till the rescuer, Tiny Firefly, came in out of nowhere.
Dude, you know he doesn't get a lot of credit, you know, in the movies, but
He doesn't.
one thing I'm gonna say though is can we talk about the burning building?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, bro, like he fucking went in there.
Right.
It's like, I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, that was a big, like, wow. And not just that, after that, he went back a second time, right? When they left, he went back in there.
Yeah.
So that's like going back to, like, I guess your biggest fears twice. Like, I don't know, just...
Yeah, after he rescued all three.
Yeah, I was like, damn. So he's pretty... He's actually one of my favorite characters, too.
Yeah.
They don't mess with him.
And there wasn't really... No, yeah, I actually ordered it from Halloween Depot.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they're hooking me up, so
Nice.
shout out to them.
Well, yeah, you've been fucking buying one every fucking other day, huh?
I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah.
But for him to go back in the burning building after being traumatized by it, he just knew, you know, family is family,
Yep.
regardless. And he went to go save his brother Otis, and I don't know how he's related to Spalding. I really just don't know. But he went to go save them. He saved Baby. Baby even told him Otis and Kurt, not Kurt.
Well, without...
Spalding were in the building, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go."
Uh-huh.
And he was, and, you know, and it's not like he even ran to the building. He was just walking, taking his sweet time. But I guess, you know, since he's tall, big steps, right? And then he was rescuing them, got them out, and then when they were in the clear they were all in the clear to just leave. And then next thing you know, Otis says, "Are you sure about this?" Tiny nods his head, yes. And then Otis says, "We'll come back for you," and we all know that's a lie.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the bounty hunters,
Mm-hmm.
Danny Trejo and DDP. Remember how the sheriff was kind of getting frustrated with DDP when they were at the little barbecue?
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Mhm.
And then I guess DDP's character was just messing with them a little bit, and then it was kind of escalating to the point where Danny Trejo had to intervene and say, "Hey, we get the job done. We may fuck around a lot, but we get the job done." And that's exactly what they did. That's what they were hired for, right? They got the job done. They were hired to go look for them. They found them. They put the word out. They killed the working girls, and they literally passed them down.
But
to
dude,
the
just the
sheriff.
way they killed him too, just they opened the door, hey,
Yeah, boom.
I was like,
The slit throat was my favorite.
okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of funny too because DDP was like, he was laughing
Yeah.
as he's killing it as if it was child's play.
It's like, you see Otis, you wanna join us?
Right.
He kind of looked the part. No, he did, right?
Yeah.
He looked all fucked up.
Or when Spalding and his brother, they were just hanging out, and then I like this part where his brother is saying, "You got a nose like a vacuum cleaner," because he want to do some coke and some drugs and smoke. And then his brother leaves, and then he comes back. He's like, "You know what? I'm taking this." And then next thing you know, you're just seeing Spalding smoking, and then the sheriff comes in, and he's just Spalding thinks it was his brother, but it was literally the sheriff. And then Spalding was standing up to him still. It was like, man, you better shoot me because I'm gonna come at you real hard. But I did like my favorite part of this movie is literally the whole revenge thing. You know, you're playing by you're the sheriff. You make the law. You're not, but at this point, you're not even following the rules of the law.
No, but also you gotta give him credit. I mean, this guy's going after three, you know.
Three maniacs.
And it's like, you got some balls to go do that. I mean,
Right.
Because a lot of these people won't do it without, like, backup. This was by himself.
This guy's by himself, but he hired the bounty hunters
Yeah.
because he knew it needs to be done outside the box, and that's how you do it.
But going back to that, I do agree. He did waste a lot of time, and he could have just killed them all. He had him. It's like, here's $1,000, and then you let him go.
Yeah.
You have it, and it's gone. But well, I mean,
and then he was even mocking Otis, right? When he had Spalding and Otis tied up, and he freed Baby, and he's like, "Run, baby, run, run, baby." And Baby was she was going a little nuts. Like her spirit was slightly broken, and I think that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
You know, break their spirit, because once you break their spirit, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Literally, there's nothing left.
No, and then you could also see it like in their faces, like they had no hope. Like
Yeah.
they knew, like, this is it, guys. We had a good run. We're all gonna fucking die. You know, in reality, I guess the real hero here is Tiny, because he's the one that came and saved them.
Yeah, no.
Because if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be any.
No, they would have been trapped in the building, and Baby would have probably been dead.
Oh, barbecue, bro. That's it.
Yeah. You know, human barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. But it was a fun movie though.
It's my favorite.
Probably Rob Zombie's best movie. Well, in majority, because my favorite is still Thousand Corpses. That's
out of all his movies.
Out of all his movies,
okay,
my favorite. That was Thousand Corpses.
So this one's up there with people hate it, but I love the 2007 Halloween, man. To me, that's one of my favorite fucking movies.
Right. No, I loved it too. From what I understand, John Carpenter even said, "Hey, good job."
You know what it is? Especially in this horror community, you know, they're probably gonna get mad at me or whatever, but it's true. A lot of you guys, I know the original's fucking the best one and the first one you saw, but sometimes, you know, people make better things, you know, and
I wouldn't say better. It's just,
well,
you got to treat it as a movie of its own. You know, like, yeah, it's a remake, but try not to compare it.
I didn't see it exactly. I didn't see it as remake. Just like Child's Play, you know, the new Child's Play. To me, when I see Rob Zombie's Halloween, I see it as in, like, he loved the movie so much that he made it his version. So after seeing that, I was like, I wonder what else he could do with other movies. You know, like, let's say Rob Zombie were to do a Friday the 13th, you know, or
well, he also did Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem, you know, or
and then he also did Halloween 2, which was.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know about that one, but I've been asked many times, like, if you could have someone make a Child's Play, who would make it? And I always say Rob Zombie.
Right.
Because, like, fuck, I could just imagine.
Rob Zombie, ultimately, he's a genius. I love most of his movies. Probably my least favorite movie of his, I would probably have to say Lords of Salem.
Same. Agree.
Yeah. But
anyways, back to what I was saying about Halloween. I'm not gonna lie, you know, to me, if I have to put them, you know, in order, you can't beat the original. But I love seeing the new, you know, Rob Zombie's version because it's kind of like a more modern version, I guess to us, right?
No, yeah, and not to stay on topic of not to stay too much on topic about this, but if you guys want to compare original to remake or reboot, whatever you guys want to call it, it's perfectly okay. In the horror community, I learned, you know, everyone's gonna have their own opinion, which is why I try to stay as respectful as possible. But yeah, as possible.
I was like,
sometimes it's a little hard.
Yeah.
But because people are stubborn.
Yeah.
But going to my conclusion is that a lot of people hate it because it's not like the original. Now, if you look back on the Psycho movie, the Vince Vaughn version, which came out either in 1998 or 1999, somewhere around there, I believe, they shot that movie scene for scene from the original of the black and white.
I didn't know that.
And people did not like it because it was shot scene to scene. If you watch the Vince Vaughn version compared to the original, it's the exact same movie.
Okay.
Literally the exact same movie, exact same scenes, and people didn't.
The Hershey's too.
Yeah. I believe the original actor for Psycho was Anthony Perkins. So, but that's what I wanted to say. So, even if they made it original or like the original, odds are you're not going to be happy about it. But going back to The Devil's Rejects and Rob Zombie, one thing I noticed that a lot of people that don't like about Rob Zombie movies is that, and it's understandable, is that Sherry Moon is always his star character.
I don't mind that at all.
A lot of people, I went to a few conventions and a lot of people just hate that. It's kind of a biased opinion on most people, but hey, you know, it's his wife.
From what I hear, people hate the shaking of the camera a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people hate that too.
You know, which it does kind of get annoying, but
I kind of like that on a certain amount because you're also trying to see it on the victim's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Their mind is.
Well, I mean, I love that the way he directed everything in the first.
It's like 70s style.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And not just that, you know, the way everything's put together with the music and everything. I've noticed that he does use some of the same music in most of his movies. But
same actors as well.
Same actors. Well, a lot of directors do that too. Christopher Nolan does that. You know, he just knows who to fucking hire.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, Sherry Moon to me, she's grown too as an actress. You know, she's just gotten better. Mm-hmm. She's like fine wine, bro.
Oh, Rob Zombie did a good job.
Lucky man.
So going back to one of the questions I wanted to ask you actually, if you were in Otis's position, where you're strapped to the chair and the building's on fire, what would your last words be to Captain Spaulding? Yeah, this was a tough one, guys.
Well, it is because I gotta get into his head, right, and see. Like, you're saying, like, what would he say or what would I say?
No, like, well, what would you say if you were Otis? Okay.
Yeah.
And you lived that psychotic life, and you know that there's no hope. You know you're about to die. You're strapped next to Captain Spaulding, burning building. Your hands, remember, his hands are nailed.
Yeah, nailed it.
What would your last words be to Spaulding?
We had a good run. I don't know.
That's exactly probably what I would say. I was like, I would probably.
We had some good memories.
We had some good memories. I'd probably be a little sarcastic. Remember that bitch that I killed? You know, whatever. We had a good run. Yeah. You know, and that's it. Like, what else can you say?
Well, he was nailed, right? So I would have been like, look, man, I'm Jesus now. I don't know. You know how he likes to mock God and shit. So some kind of funny. But I mean, I'm happy they didn't die in there, though.
Right.
I mean, because to be honest, that would be kind of a stupid way to die. Like, all of them.
Well, I thought they died, but I'll explain just a little later. I just want to ask one more question. If you were Spaulding, what would you say to Otis?
Bet you want some fucking ice cream now,
huh? That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Now, let's say, hypothetically, let's say Spaulding and Otis did die, and Baby survived.
That'd be a pretty cool movie.
What would you? How in your opinion, how would that go? Like, what would be her mission? What would she do? Because all her family's dead at this point. The mom died in the cell, right?
Her mission, I guess, would be to keep their spirits alive, I guess. I don't know, maybe...
No, I'm kind of glad that you said that, and I want you to hold that thought till the next review.
Okay.
We'll be doing the next review for
Remind me, because
Three from Hell. Exactly. I want you to hold on to that thought. Mm-hmm. So, just a few more things. I want to talk about the ending of that movie. Okay. Which is probably my... I know I said that a lot, but this is literally my favorite...
Bro, just say this is your favorite fucking movie. It's not Thousand Corpses. This movie is better.
No.
No, okay.
This is my favorite part of the movie, which is the ending.
Go back to the first review and see how many times it says favorite versus this one. Let's see, favorite. Yeah.
Anyways, the ending where they're driving and they see all these cops lined up and the guns are facing towards them. Baby and Spaulding were in the back of the car, passed out. They're tired.
Yeah, they're all waking up.
And then next thing you know, Otis drives up and he's just like, "Ah, shit," you know. And next thing you know, he wakes them up, passes them the guns, and they go out guns blazing.
Yeah.
They were getting, I saw like the wounds, you know. They were getting shot up. And that's when I thought that they died.
But dude, exactly. I mean, everyone thought they died.
Right. I thought that was the ending. I thought that was done.
Because it was like, what, 10, 15 years to the next movie. And not just that, remember when we heard about it, I called you and I'm like, is this a prequel? Because these fools got smoked. Like,
yeah.
I was like, and you're like, yeah, I think it is. And I'm like, well, fuck, I want to watch it, you know?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if you fucking survive that,
I mean, I think that's pretty badass. But what's even more
and
badass...
all three survived, too.
That's what I was going to say. What's even more badass is that all three of them survived. Yeah. It's almost like they live off of each other.
Yeah.
You know?
They're like their lifeline.
Yeah. So, now, one last question. If you had to pick your least favorite scene of the movie, and then after that, I want you to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10.
Alright. My least favorite part.
Like, even if you can't find, just nitpick.
I mean, I guess when they killed the mom, I didn't really care for that. And not just that, he killed her, like, whatever, you know. And then when you go on a mission as a cop to do something, you don't fuck around.
Right.
Him fucking around and then, you know, being a cop for I don't know how long he was, or sheriff, whatever the fuck he was, letting his it's like you're letting your fish go away. Like,
right.
That too. It's like, you had him, bro. And I mean, I don't want to, you know, I was rooting for them, actually, not the good guys. But still, even if you're rooting for the bad guys, you're like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like I get it, you know, but I mean, these guys aren't, you know, regular people. So I'll just say those scenes, but overall, that's a good thing that it's hard for me to fucking, you know, find something that I didn't like. That means I really like this movie, you know. I would say another thing is maybe the ending. I loved it, but I hate that they made another one. They should have just left it there. You know.
Which we will talk about in the next episode.
But that's just it about it, honestly.
Right. So what would you rate it?
I'd probably give this one like a 9.
9? Solid 9. My least favorite scene was when Baby went up to the guy, and then she was flirting with him, and he was kind of digging it, you know. He's like, I still got it, kind of thing, right? And then
the owner of the motel?
No, the leader of the band, when he was like, I shook hands with Johnny Cash, you know.
Okay.
And then Baby was flirting with him, and he was kind of digging it, but he was so hesitant because when she said, my brother's gonna have to come and kill you or whatever, and he's like, wait, what? My brother's gonna have to come and kill you? And then Otis just comes in out of nowhere and holds him hostage along with his family or friends, whatever. And then that lack of knowing your surroundings just really bugs me, because you know, you're out there in the open. How can you not see something like that?
Yeah.
You know? But it is what it is. I rate this movie almost the same. I give it an 8.5.
Okay. Now, what are the scenes you, like, when someone talks about this movie that you think about right away, like, in your head? Like, someone brings up Devil's Rejects. What's one scene you...
Oh, the ending.
The ending?
The ending. When they're going out guns blazing, they say, hey, if we're going to die, we're going to take some pigs out, you know? And even my favorite shooter was Spaulding. He had a shotgun just going out. And I did like Otis because he's driving with one hand, shooting out. And then next thing you know, Baby is like this. I mean, they
should have made a figure set of that.
That would have been badass. Diecast can do that.
Hey,
since they
NECA do it.
I say diecast because they're really good at making the cars with real metal, and they do have.
But what
they
about
do
the figures?
They do put some scenes in there. I mean, there's some figures, but they're all discontinued. NECA needs to get on that. Stop making Ninja Turtle figures, please. You know, I'm over it.
Yeah, I stopped collecting Ninja Turtles.
But, no, this we're not editing that part out. This is a message to NECA, honestly.
They're gonna give us a call. Hey, you wanna come work for us?
Yeah, for real. No, but that's what we thought about it. Please tell us what you guys think about in the comments. Be respectful as possible, and thank you for watching.